once again. I'm Taurus Jordan. Got my co-host.
New type of money.
Yes, sir. We coming in again to say what's been on our hearts heavy for years.
Yes, sir.
A lot of people probably been thinking, but guess what? We gonna say. So today I'm gonna let New Type of Money tell us what the topic is and let them start expounding on it.
Well, last week we talked on the what was the topic last week? We talked on
The importance of living
the importance or the importance of living a gas life and how to live a gas life.
Mm-hmm.
Today we're gonna talk about the benefits of living a gas life.
Yes, sir.
And we know that gas stands for God as source. So yeah, brother, Taurus, give us a couple just a couple nuggets. I know you keep some in your stash box, in your toolbox over there.
You been on went through as much as I went through and made as many mistakes as I've made. Trial and error sometimes is the best teacher.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But yeah, living a gas powered life, a God as source, like the benefits of it. It helps you sleep good at night.
Mm.
You don't have to worry about what did I. You don't have to keep lies going. Once you go to telling one lie, you got to tell another one. Next thing you know, you done got to a whole pile of lies because you're trying to keep one lie going. But see, when you live a God,
mm-hmm.
a God as source type of life, one of the benefits of that is you're free and clear.
Yeah.
Not saying I don't worry, but I don't worry about money because I know God's gonna take care of me.
Mm.
I don't even too much worry about my health. Now I try to do my little push-ups and get my little vitamin C because you reap from the flesh what you sow to the flesh.
Right.
But when you get a relationship with God, one of his benefits, that's just like a kingdom. One of the benefits of being part of the kingdom is you get to enjoy all of the benefits or all of the amenities that come with the kingdom.
Yeah.
So how about yourself? I mean, what are some of the benefits you reap from living a God as source type of life?
Whew. Man, I'm gonna say since I got on the journey 12 years ago of actually like intentionally living a God at source life, I now the benefits are everything. Like the stuff we all kind of take for granted. Like that's a benefit. You know what I mean? Like that's a benefit. I could be, you know, uh, short of breath or have breath respiratory problems or some other type of problems. I'm a perfectly good able body. So it's like, and I realize now that that's because of God. That's nothing because of I just took good care of my body because anything can happen at any given time. You know what I mean? So it's like, man, I just look at life, everything as benefits now. I look at everything on a deeper level. We don't get too deep on today's episode. We're gonna stay on topic. But yeah, man, shoot, man. I try as much as possible to include God in everything that I do. And to the point where like a lot of people look at me crazy. Like I'm like real. I'm taking God with me wherever I'm at. He there with me. You may not think he there with me because I may be in some places you think I may not supposed to be, but he there with me. You know what I mean? So like when you live in a gas life, it you realize that it's truly personal and it's freeing once you realize how personal that it is. That no other human being thoughts or actions towards me can affect me in my relationship with this entity because it's personal. You know what I mean? I view God the way I view God. It may differ from the way you view God. That don't mean you should look at me crazy. That's my personal relationship. You know, so yeah, man, it's the benefits are endless.
Benefits of women. Thing is, like just like me and you know, we got each other phone numbers. And
Yeah.
everybody don't have the benefit of having your number. Everybody don't have the benefit of having my number.
Yes,
But
sir.
being that we know one another,
Mm-hmm.
we can go to one another and ask.
Access.
And as long as you got it,
Mm.
I got it, and vice versa. But guess what? We serve a person, a God that has everything.
Mm.
But the only thing is, He don't give it to us when we want it, but in His time.
Mm-hmm.
Because we need to know how to be great stewards of what He gives us.
Right.
So, and I thank God for being a God that know more about me than I know about myself. But now that cares enough to say, if I get it to you right now, you'll mess it up. So I'm just gonna hold it a little longer till I feel your mind is developed enough for you to handle this thing.
Right. Right.
See, a lot of people, we always pray, and the main thing we pray about is money, 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 money. But can we handle it? Like we talked about a couple episodes.
Mm-hmm.
Can we really handle
what we asking for?
What we asking for?
Yeah.
What would be a good steward? What we asking for?
Right. Right.
Once He gives us what we've been praying for and fasting for and seeking for, would we appreciate it? Or do we just want it just to say we got it so we can move on to the next thing? Because you know, as people, we are very unappreciative. Right now it's cold outside.
Yeah.
We complain about it cold. Now we want it warm.
Yeah, when it was hot, we
want it cool. We're a lot of people, and we're hardly ever satisfied.
Yeah.
But one of the benefits of being having God as source, you know, you get to. Remember I tell you about that third eye.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You look at things a little differently now.
Right.
Even with the storm, you know, a lot of people lost their houses or their houses had damage. But look, we didn't have meant for as bad as that storm was, and the amount of lives that were lost didn't compare to the way that storm. I seen houses with 2 and 3 trees on it, and everybody was safe.
Right.
So that's a benefit.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
But not only that, you got FEMA and everybody stepped in together and helped to get this place somewhat back to normal.
Right.
That's a benefit.
Right.
You want to look at stuff through a different lens.
Right.
Stop always looking at the negative of every situation and learn how to look at some of the positive and benefits of it.
You know, that's tough. That's tough to do in such a negative world, though, brother Jordan. That could be challenging to try to see the positive in that. I'm a type of person. That's what I'm looking for. That's kind of my downfall. You know what I mean? I be seeing the positive so much, the good in it was like, you know. But yeah, man.
Well, a lot of times we try to guard what people do. You know, sometimes we try to figure people out before we let them so close to us. But now, I'm also learning that no weapon formed against me shall prosper. Now, I didn't say they won't form.
Right.
Didn't mean they won't talk about me.
Right.
Didn't mean they won't try to do stuff to even hinder me.
Right.
But as long as I trust Him, one of the benefits of that is that weapon won't prosper.
Mm-hmm.
I can turn my back, you throw a dagger at me, but guess what? Just because of the benefits of having Him as source, the dagger will miss you. What people set up for you, come back and hit them. It's like a boomerang effect. So that's one of the benefits.
Wow.
Especially if I go in with a pure heart.
That is
to help people.
That is a benefit. Because you're making me think like, because we kind of got, a similar testimony on that throughout our whole journey, how people just, can use you, abuse you, and, think they can try to finesse and it's just like, you ain't getting over. You ain't getting over.
Because first of all, just because you had a different motive in mind doesn't mean I don't recognize it.
Right.
But because I know who I'm serving,
right,
I'm trying to see if my goodness will change you. Not recognizing that you're trying to do something underhanded. I recognized that
Right.
shortly after you started.
Right.
But I was gonna see how long you was gonna see, because the things I have, especially when it comes down to material things. So what? God gave it to me once, twice, and He keep giving it to me. That's the type of God we serve. That's one of the benefits. But now you don't know Him like I know. You don't trust Him like I know. You don't have the benefits that I have of Him. So I can afford to exhaust all of my funds trying to get you to know this God that I serve. And then once you're out of my picture, He'll give it back to me. But now you sit here, you lost a connection.
Right.
Because you use and abuse the connection that God had put before you
In your life.
To
be a blessing.
Not just monetarily, but just being able to have a conversation with somebody level-headed enough to tell you when you're wrong. That's a lot of people think a friend is a person that'll agree with them.
Wow.
Now, one of the benefits of having God as source, when you do wrong, He's gonna correct you.
Right. Right.
When you do wrong, He's gonna send people your way to help you get right. He's gonna do things to get your attention.
I often say, and the benefits is like, that's it right there. God to put people in your life that, that just, it be exactly what you need. Like you said, a lot of people don't like I love correction. I love when a person tell me I'm wrong. You know what I mean? I like when a person make me take accountability, because it's just, don't nobody really like no undisciplined person. You know what I mean? So yeah, man, that's definitely a benefit.
How many friends you know just come straight up to you and say like, "Hey man, now what you said, that may be how you feel, but I don't agree with it." That's a friend where they can tell you now, you grown, you do what you want to do. But just because I'm your friend don't mean I have to agree with what you say.
Yeah.
I don't want a hype man. I don't want a yes man.
Yeah.
I want a person that's going to because we get it wrong.
Right.
We miss the mark.
Right.
But if everybody around us cheering us on when we wrong, it'll begin to make us think, well, am I really wrong?
Right.
But you need somebody level-headed enough, and that's a real friend that'll say, hey, that was wrong, man.
Right.
With love. See,
Right.
that's what we feel right. We feel like just because we're right, that gives me the right to come at you sideways.
Come at you any kind of way, because you already wrong. Man, you know you wrong, man. You got to...
Yeah. Now you just got wrong. In your rightness. So
got wrong,
if you catch me doing something I ain't got no business, that don't give you the right to come fuss at me and raise your voice.
Right.
Love cover multitudes. I can receive you better.
That's good, brother.
If you'll talk to me on a level head with calmness.
Right.
Instead of thinking just because you caught me or so you think you caught me, God caught me first.
Right. Right.
I'm not worried about you. God the one has a heaven. That's why I tell you, like on the other podcast, people that try to curse and excuse me. No, don't excuse. I'm not. Please don't try to. Because now it's like you're extending me higher than God. Because God already seen.
Right. In you.
Yeah. He already seen. So why am I worried? I mean, why you worried about me hearing it?
Yeah.
So it's time out for pretending, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
We need to learn how to be who we are.
Yeah.
Around anybody.
Right.
Therefore, it helps me to recognize who you are.
Right.
Because everybody don't have a spirit of discernment.
Right.
But now on that, just because you have a spirit of discernment, what people ain't telling, God don't tell you everything.
Right.
He'll show you certain things, reveal certain, but he ain't gonna tell you everything about that person's life. But that person can, if they be truly honest.
Right.
Then it gives me something to know exactly what to pray for.
Exactly.
Instead of trying to figure out what to pray for.
That's another benefit. And I know that's what I be on, and I'm pretty sure you too, Brother Jordan, but you know how people be just trying to play up on people, get information. You have people that so-called prophets, but don't have to ask you a question. It's like, nah, I really, I feel like let me see how to put it. It's a benefit. Got tongue twisted. It's a benefit, but the gifts, the spiritual gifts, man, I got so many spiritual gifts where it's like it's a gift and a curse. And yeah, I just thought about that like all the different, just spiritual gifts and things. That's a benefit of living a gas life. 'Cause, man, with some of them tools, I don't know how I would make it.
Well,
Yeah.
think about like even with referring back to Jesus. Jesus knew Judas was gonna betray him,
Mm-hmm.
but he still washed his feet
Hmm.
because not only that was Judas' assignment. So why would he get mad at Judas for doing what his purpose was?
Yeah.
Was to betray. He wouldn't have never got to the cross
Mm-hmm.
if he was never been betrayed.
So, hold up, brother Joe. What you saying is sometime, maybe sometime, folks in the church be praying for people. Maybe that person is in purpose right there, what they doing right there.
Yeah.
You all praying for that person, want that person to be saved, or whatever in your head that you think they supposed to be doing. This person just may be in a purpose, doing the most evilest thing that you could possibly think at that time.
But now once you see all of that,
Mm-hmm.
and then you turn around and see a manifestation of change. Excuse me. Bless you. Now, which one gives God the more glory? Is when you see or you think a person living a perfect life, but the whole while God is working on them, but you don't know it because they living a lie.
Right.
They put on this smile, but it's fake.
A mask.
And then finally, when God do change them, you really don't even recognize it because you never seen that part of them. You never knew about that part.
Right.
But now, what happens when this person, you see their evilness, you see them stealing, you see them robbing, you see them whatever.
Right.
Then now you see them working to make the community and things better.
Right.
Which one gives God more glory?
Right. Right.
Is it that person that just done it secretly? Hid all of their imperfections? And then once he began to take them away from them, now they could walk in it. But to us, they already walking it because we didn't know.
Right.
Because everybody doesn't have a spirit of discernment. But now that person, I'd rather you be your authentic self and do what you big and bad enough to do. So therefore, when you come to me, I know how to take you, and not only that, how to minister or to witness to you, versus you come and showing me, oh, I got it all together, when everything is in peace.
Right.
We can't help people like that. Because first of all, if you live in a fake life, what I'm praying for gonna be fake. I'm asking for the wrong thing.
You just, I'm over here. I'm listening to me. I'm thinking of a whole other topic in my head. I'm like, yeah.
If I'm sitting there thinking you needing prayer for this, and nobody knows better than you and God,
right?
But I'm just going off what I feel or what I see
instead of tapping into
instead
the
of knowing.
spirit.
Yeah. So what happens? But it'll make it easier if you just go ahead and tell me. Why do I need to pray and fast and seek and all that for days and months when you can just open your mouth and say it and be truthful? The one with the issue of blood, she didn't just go and wait on Jesus to come in. She knew what her issue was.
Yeah.
And she made up her mind. He ain't even got to recognize me. If I can just touch his hem, I'm gonna be healed. And that happened.
Right.
Jesus didn't have to do nothing. But he knew when something went out of him.
Right.
But there was nothing he had, because she had already made up in her mind. And faith coming by hearing. But she had them purpose that if I can just touch him and his garment, she spoke that to herself. And when she touched it, what happened?
Hey, she was made whole.
See, a lot of people want to pray. I want to pray across the country. I ain't praying across no country. Jesus, no sin, all powerful, right? This. Why didn't he say heal everybody over the whole land? He only healed people that he came in contact with.
Yeah.
He was on missions, going different places. And there was some people on the side of the road that got here. There was some people that come to the synagogue. Wherever he ran into people. I think there was only one or two accounts to where he healed without having to go there. But it was based off the faith of, like the centurion.
Yeah.
It was based off that centurion faith.
Yeah.
But now, even when, remember the little girl died, it was Anne Lazarus. I can't get the story just right, but anyway, remember the little girl? They came to Jesus and asked him, "Say my daughter's sick,
Mm-hmm.
and she needs." So Jesus was doing something else,
He was on. Yeah.
but he knew what he was doing. He wanted her to die,
Yeah.
so he can go and heal her.
Right.
But now, why he just didn't speak the word? You know, if we can send prayers all the African stuff, why he didn't just send his prayer? But he went, then he go. So that's
Yeah.
what's wrong. We some lazy Christians. We want to send prayers. We don't want to do nothing. We want all the material things to come to us.
Right.
But when it comes to spiritual things, we want to send it. I'm
Why
just.
you talking about the Christians like that?
I mean, I'm just.
you a Christian too.
Yeah.
I don't go by that label. We'll have that discussion later. But
Yeah. Sometimes you just have to wonder. I'm saying when you look at stuff and you've been taught for so long, and a lot of times that's why you say now you'll get
understanding. Right.
Sometimes we can listen to people and we can interpret what they're saying totally opposite of what it's saying. If that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes complete sense.
So it begins to make you wonder, like, how much of what I was taught was full truth.
See, when you start thinking like that, Brother Jordan, that's when you start getting in trouble. See,
but in trouble, who? I really get in trouble, man, all day long. As long as I'm in good standing with God. I'm not worried about a man. If you notice, who killed Jesus? Who killed Jesus? Who crucified Jesus? Who railed the crowd up to say crucify Jesus? It wasn't the worldly people. It was them church people. The ones that had their mind made up this how it's supposed to go. They forgot about how God's supposed to go. And they want to go the way the church's supposed to go. The bylaw.
Tradition.
Yeah, tradition it trumps purpose and what God's sent you for.
And source.
Yeah.
Hey.
But one thing about one of the benefits is when you have a relationship, a lot of times you ain't have to go to the word come to you. I take that back. A lot of times you don't have to go to the word is in you. Because in the word it say, my word have I hid well. That's Psalms 119:11. It said hid it in my heart. Which means if something hid, it ain't just out there in plain sight for you to see it. You got to go looking for it. And that's the thing. A lot of people don't want to tap inside to look for what God is trying to tell you. Work out your own soul salvation. He didn't tell me to work out your soul salvation. My brother, he didn't tell me to work out my brother's soul salvation. It said work out your own soul salvation. Because who know you better than you other than God? I can tell you what my problem is, but I could be lying.
I think it's even benefits of doing that.
That's what I'm saying,
brother. Yeah, because I kind of hate to even say it, man. But a lot of like the Christian people I know is like they stay focused on somebody else. You know what I mean? And it's like, dang, like I find it kind of weird for it to be like that. You know what I mean? Because I studied different religions and stuff, just look at different stuff like other religions are more focused on like within and like taking accountability. You know what I mean? Like Christians, they want to point the finger and blame the devil and blame God, and you know what I mean? Like,
but then they feel they're fine when they compare to other people that they feel are further along than them. But we don't know that person hard.
Right.
We don't. That person can walk around in a 3-piece suit every day, toting the Bible. Blessed when they going out, blessed when they coming in. Every word come out their mouth, highly favored, blessed, whatever. And on the inside, they could be harboring so much hatred and not, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, unforgiveness.
But we judging the outside and what it looked like. That's why God said, I only know the heart of man.
Right.
So,
but I'm gonna say that's a benefit of living the G.A.S life. See, once God is actually source, and you really got a heart for God. See, once you get a personal relationship with God, you get a heart for God, you'll start getting a heart for people.
Yes, sir.
Even people that you don't even want to have a heart for no more.
You better tell it.
So it's like when I look at people, Brother Jordan, I'm literally, I literally feel what God feels for a lot of people because I'm looking at them through the lens of God. You know what I mean? So like my heart is going out to that person because I can act. I'm not. I don't care what they doing. I see what they doing, but I don't care what they doing because I can literally see, and I'm an empath and feel their heart.
Yeah.
And like I say, that's a gift.
It is.
But God didn't give me that gift for no reason. I be around people. I can feel what people going through. I can see what people going through. Sometimes clear as day. Visualize it, see it, see what they did, who they did it with, all type of stuff. God have me all in folks' business. But he give me that because he can trust me with other people's information. See, we had to build that relationship. It took 12 years to build it. You know what I mean? It took 12 years for it because, you know, I was a little, you know, I didn't know a lot of stuff in the beginning. You know what I mean? But the more you build that relationship with God, the more God can trust you. The more you'll start trusting yourself. You know,
Right.
the more like cause that was my biggest issue. I'm gonna be real with y'all. Like, man, over 15 years ago, 12, 13, man, I didn't trust me. That was the real issue. I was the source, but I didn't trust the source.
Yeah.
And then other times I trusted the source too much, which I thought was me. Until I had to, you know, get broke down to see, like, man, I need some help.
And that's the first step.
I can't do this by myself.
That's the first step. So a lot of people think that just because I call you out on your wrongness, that's gonna make you change. That ain't what made me change. What made me change is when I seen when a person would love me through my flaws. To where not only did it bother me now when I do it, it bothered me now that it bothered that person. And I love that person so much, which is God, so I don't want to hurt him no more. So we can get to the point where we can get delivered from what people think.
Lord knows,
And
I've
start
been there.
feeling like, what can I do
Right.
to help?
Right.
See, we don't got away from helping. Everybody got a hand out, but they want some minute.
Want to be
it's
served.
empty. Yeah, people want to be served.
We want to be served.
Even when we go back to the preachers in church,
because I deserve to be served.
Yeah, I deserve this.
Yeah.
I've labored for this many years, now I deserve it. But look how long Jesus labored. And before he died, he still washed feet. He, the bigger the gift, the more powerful the gift, the more humble we have to become.
And now I'm learning that too, and I'm working on that. I'm definitely working on that. Cause shoot,
sometimes we get arrogant because we feel we got the truth.
Yeah.
And you need this what I got, so I can treat you like I want to treat you.
I don't been there.
Because at the end of the day, you need me. But don't none of this belong to us.
Come on now.
Even that what's in you don't belong to you.
Come on, man. You talking that talk.
Like we said, like I was telling you the other day, how many apple trees you know eat apples? The fruit on the tree is not for the tree. It's for everybody that comes around and come into contact with the tree. The fruit on the orange tree is not for the orange. The orange on the orange tree is not for the tree. It's for the people that comes around the tree.
Right.
I said that to say this. The gift that's inside of us is not for us. We're going to probably use it less than anybody else on the world if we use it right.
That's good. Ooh, that's good.
Because it's not for us.
Man, this is good, Brother John. I hate we gotta wrap this thing up, man. I think we about right at the 30 mark, man. Golly, this was, yeah, we may, I don't know, man. Y'all, we're gonna see if y'all like, we may have to extend these things, man, or something.
30 minutes? It seems like 30 minutes be 3 minutes.
Hey, we just get good. We have to do some part twos and all type of stuff, man. But yeah, we on this cast today, we just, talking about the benefits, man. And this stuff don't be, letting y'all know, this stuff don't be scripted. I'm gonna be real with y'all. We just really be going off source.
Going off source.
We be going off source, man. You know, and it's a blessing to have this opportunity to share our experiences with you guys, man. We just hope y'all continue on the journey with us.
Yes, sir. Like we always say at the end of the podcast, any feedback is greatly appreciated. If
Yup.
there's any topics, we go back and look at who watched the videos, the comments. So if there are any topics you want to talk about, if you even want to come on the show and sit down with me and New Type of Money and just share. We want to hear from all genders, all different type of people. What's your intake? How is God your source?
Mm-hmm.
Or if you're interested in making God your source.
Exactly.
So check out the socials. Join the podcast. Like it, share it. You could even send in a love donation because we're trying to take this thing global. Starting out small, but we're trying to go to the top. But they say the bottom is too crowded. All right, we out.